Greetings gamers and welcome back to another episode of Retro Raider. My name is Johnny Retro and today I have some cables to share with you guys. That's right, today we are going to take a closer look at these retro gaming cables by Gaming Fun 80. Daniel Carapuço from Gaming Fun 80 sent me these by mail, and I've spent the last weekend trying these babies, and let me tell you guys, I was blown away. I've heard a lot of good things about Daniel and Gaming Fun, and specifically his cables. This guy has a really good rep here in Portugal within the retro gaming community scene. And yeah, his cables are really good, and of course that I wanted to take this opportunity to share with you guys, this national product from Portugal, from my country, because yeah, if you guys live outside of Portugal, you can get these. I will leave the link of Gaming Fun 80PT page down below for you guys to check it out. And Daniel makes other stuff as well, not just cables, but also console mods, also console fixes. He does repairs. He also does some work with arcades, JAMA stuff. But today is going to be all about these specific two cables right here. I have one for the Super Nintendo, okay, and I have another one for the ZX Spectrum 128K. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take a closer look at these cables right after this. And here we are back again, guys. So the first thing that you guys will notice right away from the unboxing of these cables, and they came in these little sealed plastic bags right here, okay? Gaming Fun, right there, okay? This is what you'll get. And you can actually reuse these. So if you want to, keep your cables safe, although mine are going to be connected to the consoles, of course. So the first thing that you will notice right away is that these cables feel very good, okay? They're heavy, they're heavier than the original ones. You have some tags right here. This one, of course, for the Super Nintendo. And this one right here is for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum 128K, okay? So they feel very good, okay? They don't feel cheap at all. They feel like, really high quality cables, okay? This part right here of the cable is actually made of silicone, okay? And the point of this is to so the cables don't get overheated, all right? They're 100% made of copper, okay? All of the interns of the cables, they're really good, isolated. And I believe that the point of this, and keep in mind, guys, I'm no tech guy here, okay? I think that the point of these cables is really to take the best output possible from your old consoles, okay? We're talking about RGB here, of course. What else? I believe that the individual cables, like the connectors, whatever you want to call it. Again, guys, I'm not a tech guy. Danielle picked the best quality parts that you can find in the market. And yeah, this one is specific for the ZX Spectrum. As you can see, you have a USB port right here. This is because it's to match the voltage, right, that outputs from the ZX Spectrum to your television. So what this will do is that it will stabilize the image much better on the ZX Spectrum. Now, another very important thing, you might be wondering, well, the Super Nintendo, the N64, and the GameCube use the same connection, right? So can I use this cable on my N64? Actually, not. Here is why. Danielle makes specific cables for specific consoles, okay? This one is for the PAL Super Nintendo, okay? So it will not work on the N64 or on the GameCube, okay? It will just mess up the image. And this just shows the high quality, effort that Danielle puts into his cable. So if you want, for example, a cable for your NTSC Super Nintendo or your PAL Super Nintendo or PAL N64, whatever, you're going to need an individual cable for each individual console, okay? Because this guy knows the inside outs, all of the guts from these consoles. So again, the point of these cables is really to push out the best output from your consoles, okay? And yeah, I think that I will show you these babies in action. Now, keep in mind, guys, the footage that you are going to see, I'm just going to shoot straight into the television. I know that is not very professional, I know, but hear me out. I don't have any way to capture through SCART, okay? I really don't. What I have is just an Elgato, and I really don't have any conversion for that. And the other reason is that when you see, like, gameplay footage, from comparisons of of cables or adapters, whatever, what you're seeing, it's not really what you will get, okay? Because you're getting a digital treated image, right? In the end, in the final product. Here we're talking about analog, of course. So believe me, these look way better from what you are about to see, okay? So let's check it out. Okay, so let's start with the Super Nintendo, okay? And the first game that I want to show you guys is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. And the reason was just because, in my opinion, this is one of the best good-looking games on the system, okay? I think it is going to be a perfect example to show you guys what these cables are capable of, okay? This is just running on a loop, okay? And once again, guys, sorry for me to shooting this straight at the television. It is what it is. I just have to work with what I have right here, okay? Now, one thing that I want to mention is that my Super Nintendo, okay, this is actually the one-chip board, one-chip model, which is pretty much, the best quality Super Nintendo that you can get. And through these cables, right, the image really, really pops out. I mean, it just looks beautiful. And again, you guys are probably noticing some, scan lines on the video, okay? I can also see it through my camera screen. But in person, right, looking straight at the television, you will not notice that at all, okay? The image is pretty stable, okay? Very solid, very sharp. Pixel perfect, let me tell you, these pixels look beautiful through this cable. And I had another RGB cable previously on my Super Nintendo, but I never really noticed any difference from the fact that it is the one chip, right? But with this cable right here, it really pops out, okay? It just looks beautiful. And another thing that I want to mention, it's actually the sound, okay? Let me just boost the volume a little bit here. Is that sometimes, in these old consoles, it is normal to notice some, noise, okay? But in here, and we're talking about an old television, right? This is actually the television that I used to have back in the day in my room, my old bedroom at my parents' house. So I don't know, this television is what? 25 years old, more or less. It is normal to have a little bit of noise, but I'm not noticing any noise at all. Just check this out. It sounds like, I don't know, like arcade music. Sounds great. Sounds and looks great. And of course that, the television, let me just lower the sound again. The television that you'll be using, of course that it will make an impact, right? My suggestion, if you want to play on the original hardware, a good old CRT TV, the Sony Trinitrons were really good back in the day. Of course that if you have a PVM monitor, just go with it. But yeah, a nice, good, solid television. You really don't need to go, extra big. Like, a 14-inch television, I think that it will do the job just fine. Speaking about good-looking games, why not a little bit of some classic Donkey Kong Country 3? That is right. And the image, guys, speaks for itself. Really, really sharp. Very beautiful. It's, like I said, it's pretty much pixel perfect right here. And the sound? You gotta love that Donkey Kong music. Looks beautiful. I'm very, very happy with the cable. Really good, solid, crisp image. And it's funny, it almost seems that it's faster. Like, it looks faster. Of course that we're talking about PAL here, okay? this console is not modded or anything, so no 60 Hz or whatever. Let me just show you guys a little bit of actual gameplay. And once again, guys, really sorry for shooting at the television, but even if I could, capture gameplay footage through SCART or whatever, it would not be the same thing. I really think that this is the the best approach to make a video like this. Okay, I just moved forward a little bit. Here we go. And please don't judge my gameplay. I'm more focused in the recording than on my actual game. But yeah, let me just zoom in a little bit for you guys. It looks really good. Looks really good. Okay, moving on to the ZX Spectrum. As you guys can see, I have a bunch of stuff going on here. I had to plug that USB connection that you guys saw here on this wall plug. Okay, it is just a regular cell phone charger adapter, USB adapter. Okay, but if you're playing this or if you're using this cable on a modern television that has a USB connection, you can actually plug the cable to your television that way. Okay, so I picked RoboCop 2 right here for the ZX Spectrum. No emulation, of course. This is the real deal. I put the original cassette, and again, I picked this game because it is one of the best good-looking games on the system. This is a 128K game right here. And for you guys that, if you don't know about the ZX Spectrum, it is a very cool microcomputer. And I just died. Sorry. Let me just start this again. I forgot what is... Oh, here we go. And yeah, it looks very good. Again, keep in mind, guys, this is a ZX Spectrum game, okay? It looks beautiful. Again, it is pretty much pixel perfect, okay? Like the Super Nintendo, I mean, if you have a ZX Spectrum, this cable is the way to go. But keep in mind, again, this cable was made for the specific model right here. I hope that you guys can see. The ZX Spectrum Plus 2. In my case, I have a Plus 2 A model, okay? So, yeah, looks really good. Looks beautiful. I am very happy with these cables. And there you go, guys. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed my review. And again, link of Gaming Fun 80 page down below for you guys to check it out. Just some final notes, guys. Don't forget that we are dealing with some really good high quality cables, okay? These are specifically designed for each and individual retro console, okay? These are handmade. Danielle is a true artisan when it comes to this type of work. So if you want to order something from Danielle, just take into consideration that it might take a while for him to, to have the cables ready for you. And if you want something very specific, okay, let's say that you guys want, an NTSC Neo Geo cable, or an Atari XEGS cable, or an MVS cable, okay, Danielle will hook you up. And another very important thing, are you going to pay a little bit for these cables? Well, you are, but the thing is this. I mean, if you have the original cables, and if you want to go with that route, so be it. And you also have a lot of stores, selling cheap cables, but don't forget that if you're paying cheap, that's what you will get. You will get cheap. With this, we're talking about really high quality. So if you want to take the best output out of your consoles, you really need to invest in some good quality cables. And of course, that your setup is also important. You need a nice, decent TV. You can also play, on modern TVs. Me personally, I think that these cables look way better on a good old CRT. But yeah, if you are a retro gamer, if you are a game collector, if you like to play your original games on the original hardware, on an original old school setup, I totally recommend these cables for you guys. Once again, a huge shout out to Daniel Carapuço from Gaming Fun 80, and yeah, this was the video, guys. Don't forget to check out Gaming Fun 80, link of the Facebook page down below. And guys, if you have a little bit of extra time, feel free to follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to put a like on this video, please subscribe to the channel and take care of yourselves, take care of the gaming community and game a lot.